This is a series of videos. Please refer to the methods of stitches, ignoring the yarn color. Select the corresponding yarn colors in your material package to learn. Please refer to both the videos and the instructional brochure during your crocheting process. Please make sure to first view the beginning 10 instructional videos to learn the basic methods of crocheting, and then view the instructional videos for your purchased product.
Now let's crochet these fur cats. The main body, tail and ears of all fur cats are made the same way. This is the Siamese cat's head. It is different from the heads of the other 3 cats. Here, I'll use one of them to demonstrate crocheting the main body. Finally, I'll show you how to crochet their heads separately. If you're not very familiar with the basic stitches, you can use the practice your non-matching crochet hook from the materials kit. Practice the basic stitches by following the basic tutorial video. Let's start by crocheting the main body. Take out the yarn of the matching color from the materials pack. We will first hold the yarn. Hold the yarn tail with one hand. The other palm is facing up. Pass the yarn between your pinky and ring finger. The yarn tail is facing your palm. Pass the yarn between your middle finger and index finger. Then hang it over your index finger. Hold the yarn tail with your middle finger and thumb. This way, the yarn is ready. Beginners can hang the yarn on the first knuckle of the index finger. This step helps prevent the yarn from slipping off your fingers. The yarn can move freely on your hand. You can pull the yarn tail to lengthen it, or pull the other end to shorten the yarn tail. Here, we need to leave enough yarn tail to make the magic ring. Pull the yarn tail to lengthen it. The fabric is crocheted using a magic ring. First, you need to make a magic ring on your hand. Wrap the yarn tail once around your middle finger. Here is a crossing point. Pinch the crossing point with your thumb. Then take out the crochet hook. You can hold the crochet hook like holding a pen, which is called the pen hold. You can also hold the crochet hook like holding a knife, which is called the knife hold. It depends on your preference. Here, I am demonstrating by using the knife hold. Insert the crochet hook through the loop on your middle finger. Place the crochet hook in front of the working yarn. The yarn on your index finger connected to the yarn ball is the working yarn. Turn the crochet hook head toward the working yarn. The crochet hook has a curved arc that is the crochet hook head. Turn the crochet hook head toward the working yarn. Pull the crochet hook from left to right. Attach the working yarn with the crochet hook head. Pull the yarn through the loop on your middle finger. Then rotate the crochet hook so the hook head faces you. The loop on your middle finger forms a magic ring. In this video, we will learn how to create a crochet fabric using a magic ring. Creating such a crochet fabric using a magic ring is often used when making amigurumi toys. The creation of a magic ring is a fundamental skill. The method of creating with a magic ring is called the magic ring technique. The video will demonstrate 2 methods for creating a magic ring. You can choose freely which one to learn. Now let's create a magic ring. There are 2 methods to create a magic ring. Let's first learn the first method. Hold the end of the yarn with your right hand. Left palm facing up. Pinch the yarn end with your right hand. Pass the yarn through between the pinky and ring fingers. Wrap the yarn around the pinky once. Then pass through the palm between the middle and index fingers. Hang the yarn on the index finger. Pinch the yarn end with your thumb and middle finger. Wrap the yarn around the middle finger once. Press the crossed position with your thumb. Take out the crochet hook. We can hold the crochet hook like holding a pen. Or hold the crochet hook like holding a knife. You can choose the method of holding the crochet hook. In the video, we demonstrate using the knife grip. Now the hook head of the crochet hook is facing us. Insert the crochet hook from right to left. Pass through the loop on the middle finger. Continue to push the crochet hook. Place the crochet hook in front of the yarn hanging on the index finger. The yarn hanging on the index finger is called the working yarn. Next, rotate the crochet hook. Let the hook head of the crochet hook face the working yarn. Drag the crochet hook. The hook head catches the working yarn. Continue to drag the crochet hook. The crochet hook carries the yarn. Pass through the loop on the middle finger. Then rotate the crochet hook so that the hook head faces us. Now a loop is formed on the crochet hook. Push the loop on the crochet hook to the back of the hook. This forms a magic ring on the middle finger. Next, make a chain stitch to secure the magic ring. Place the crochet hook in front of the working yarn. The hook head is facing towards yourself. Lift the working yarn with the crochet hook. Wrap the working yarn around the crochet hook once. Continue to pull the crochet hook. Pull the working yarn. The hook carries the yarn through the loop on the crochet hook. Now, there is a loop on the crochet hook. Push the loop to the back of the crochet hook. One chain stitch is completed. Remove the crochet hook. Use your right thumb and index finger to pinch the middle of the two loops. It is the position of the chain stitch. Find the yarn end. Pull the yarn end. The magic ring will become smaller. Pull the magic ring. The magic ring will become larger. The magic of the magic ring lies in its ability to freely adjust in size. Next, make single crochet stitches on the magic ring. Pinch the fabric with your right hand. Wrap the working yarn around your pinky finger once. Pass it through the palm between the middle and index fingers. Hang the yarn on the index finger. Pinch the fabric with thumb and middle finger. Take out the crochet hook. Insert the crochet hook through the loop. Use the tension of your index finger to tighten the loop. Tighten the loop until it is the same size as the crochet hook. Now the loop can move freely on the crochet hook. Next, adjust the position of your thumb and middle finger. Pinch the two strands below the magic ring. Be sure to pinch these two strands tightly and do not let go. Now let's make a single crochet. In order to prevent the loop on the crochet hook from deforming, you can use your index or middle finger to press down on the loop on the crochet hook. Insert the crochet hook through the magic ring. Note that there are now 3 loops on the hook. The crochet hook is below the working yarn. Move the crochet hook to the back of the working yarn. The hook head is also facing us. Press the working yarn down with the crochet hook. Hook the working yarn with the hook head. Yarn over with the crochet hook. Pull the crochet hook through the magic ring. There is significant twisting here. You can use your index finger to hold down the twisted part. Then adjust the position of the loop. The loops are formed on the crochet hook. Push the loops to the back of the crochet hook. Place the crochet hook in front of the working yarn. The hook head is facing yourself. Lift the working yarn up with the crochet hook. Wrap the yarn around the hook once. Hook the working yarn with the hook head. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops on the crochet hook. Now a loop is formed on the crochet hook. Push the loop on the crochet hook to the back of the hook. A V shape is formed here. A V shape represents 1 stitch. Place a stitch marker on this V shape as a marker. Take out the stitch marker. The stitch marker passes through the gap below the V shape. Pass through the two strands of the V shape. Attach the stitch marker. On the first stitch of each round, a stitch marker needs to be placed as a marker. This helps everyone quickly find the position of the first stitch. The first single crochet is completed. Second single crochet. Insert the crochet hook through the magic ring. Now there are 3 loops on the crochet hook. Move the crochet hook to the back of the working yarn. Hook the working yarn with the crochet hook. Pull the yarn through the magic ring. There are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Wrap the yarn around the crochet hook once. Pull the yarn through the 2 loops on the crochet hook. Second single crochet is completed. Third single crochet. During the process, you need to constantly adjust the position of your thumb and middle finger. Leave enough space for inserting the hook to make a single crochet. Fourth single crochet. Fifth single crochet. Sixth single crochet. Six single crochet are completed. You will notice there is a hole in the middle. Here you need to find the position of the yarn end. Pinch the sixth single crochet you made. Pull the yarn end like this. Tighten the gap in the magic ring until the gap in the middle completely disappears. Now learn the second method. Pinch the position of the yarn end with your left hand. Hold this section of yarn connected to the skein with your right hand. Hold the yarn with your right hand. Wrap it over the top of the yarn end. Hinge the cross position of the yarn with your left thumb and middle finger. A loop is formed. Hold the yarn connected to the skein with your right hand. Place it behind the loop. Use your right thumb and index finger. Pull the yarn connected to the skein out from inside the loop. Rotate the loop held by the right hand. Hinge the cross position of the yarn with your left thumb and middle finger. The right hand holds the yarn connected to the skein. Place it behind the upper loop. Hinge the yarn connected to the skein through the upper loop. Pull the section of yarn in the middle of this loop. Tighten the middle loop. Use the left thumb and index finger. Pinch the position of the middle knot. Then pull the yarn connected to the skein to make the upper loop smaller. The loop below is the magic ring. Now let's demonstrate the magic of the magic ring. Pull the yarn end out from inside the loop. Pull the yarn end. The magic ring tightens. Pull the magic ring. The magic ring can enlarge. The size of the magic ring can be adjusted freely. This is the magic of the magic ring. Take out the crochet hook. Insert the crochet hook through the top loop. Pull the yarn connected to the skein. Tighten the loop on the crochet hook. Use your thumb and index finger. Pinch the knot position. Pass the working yarn between the pinky and ring fingers of the left hand. Wrap the yarn around the pinky once. Pass through the palm. Hang the yarn on the index finger. Then use the thumb and middle finger of the left hand. Pinch the two strands below the magic ring. You can start making single crochet stitches on the magic ring. Slide the loop down to the base of the crochet hook to keep it from slipping. Next, we will crochet the first round. The first round has 1 chain stitch and then 6 single crochet. Finish with a slip stitch. Start with 1 chain stitch. Wrap the crochet hook around the working yarn. Press down on the working yarn. Turn the hook head downward. Pull the crochet hook from left to right. Catch the yarn with the crochet hook head and pull it through the loop on the crochet hook. One chain stitch is completed. This video will explain the method of making a chain stitch. Place the crochet hook in front of the working yarn. Make the hook head face towards us. Wrap the crochet hook around to the back of the working yarn. Press down on the working yarn. Hook the working yarn with the crochet hook. Pull the yarn through the loop on the crochet hook. A new loop is formed on the crochet hook. Push the loop to the back of the crochet hook. A chain stitch is completed. From the front view, a chain stitch forms a V shape. Here, the chain stitch acts as the turning chain for the single crochet. It balances the height, and it is not counted in the total stitch count. Remove the magic ring from your middle finger. The size of this magic ring can be adjusted. You can pull the yarn tail to narrow the magic ring, or you can pull the side to enlarge it. You can adjust the magic ring size. Next, make 6 single crochet. Use your middle finger and thumb to pinch the 2 strands on the left side of the magic ring. The first single crochet. Insert the crochet hook from right to left through the 2 strands on the left side of the magic ring. Wrap the working yarn around the crochet hook. Press down on the working yarn. Turn the crochet hook head downward and pull the hook. Touch the yarn. Pull the yarn through the 2 strands of the magic ring. There are 2 loops on the crochet hook. We have completed half of the single crochet. Push these 2 loops down to the base of the crochet hook to enlarge the loops. Enlarging the loops makes it easier for the crochet hook to pull the yarn through the loops later. It also prevents the loops from slipping off. Now let's crochet the remaining half of the single crochet. Wrap the working yarn around the crochet hook. Press down on the working yarn. Turn the crochet hook head downward. Pull the crochet hook. Catch the yarn and pull the yarn through the 2 loops on the crochet hook. 1 single crochet is completed. From the top, a single crochet looks like a V shape. You can count the V shapes at the top to check the stitch count. This is the first stitch of the first round. Take out the stitch marker. Pick up the 2 strands of the V shape and attach the stitch marker. Use the stitch marker to mark the first stitch. We need to attach a stitch marker to the first stitch of every round. For beginner, if you don't attach a stitch marker, you will not be able to check the stitch count for each round. The second single crochet. Insert the crochet hook through the 2 strands on the left side of the magic ring. Yarn over the hook. Wrap the crochet hook around the working yarn from behind. Press down on the working yarn. Turn the hook head downward and pull the crochet hook. Catch the yarn with the crochet hook head and pull it through the magic ring. With 2 loops on the crochet hook, you have completed a half single crochet. Push these 2 loops down to the base of the crochet hook. Enlarge the loops as needed. This also helps prevent the loops from slipping off the crochet hook. Now let's crochet the remaining half single crochet. Yarn over the crochet hook. Wrap the crochet hook around the working yarn from behind. Press down on the working yarn. Turn the hook head downward and pull the crochet hook. Touch the yarn with the crochet hook head and pull it through the 2 loops on the crochet hook. The second single crochet is now completed. From the top view, 2 single crochet form 2 V shapes. The third single crochet. Insert the crochet hook through the 2 strands on the left side of the magic ring, yarn over the hook. Wrap the crochet hook around the working yarn from behind. Press down on the working yarn. Turn the hook head downward and pull the crochet hook. Catch the yarn with the crochet hook head and pull it through the magic ring. There are 2 loops on the crochet hook. We have completed half of the single crochet. Push these 2 loops down to the base of the crochet hook to enlarge the loops. Please make sure the loops are not too loose or too tight while crocheting. If the loops are too loose, the stikes will be uneven. It will affect the fabric's appearance. If too tight, it will be hard to pull the yarn through the loops. If the loops are too loose, you can tighten them by adjusting the tension with your index finger. If the loops are too small, you can enlarge them by lifting the crochet hook upward. Continue crocheting the remaining half single crochet. Yarn over the crochet hook. Wrap the hook around the working yarn from behind. Press down on the working yarn. Turn the crochet hook head downward and pull the hook. Catch the yarn with the crochet hook head and pull it through the 2 loops on the crochet hook. 3 single crochet are done. From the top view, there are 3 V shapes. The 4th single crochet, insert the crochet hook through the magic ring. Yarn over the hook and pull through. This completes a half single crochet. Then crochet the remaining half single crochet. Yarn over the crochet hook. If you accidentally yarn over twice on the crochet hook, it will be difficult for the crochet hook to pass through the 2 loops on the hook. Drop 1 loop. Then finish this single crochet. A 4th single crochet is done. You can see 4 V shapes from the top. The loop hanging on the crochet hook also forms a V shape. It is not counted as a stitch. You might encounter various problems during the crocheting process. We have just crocheted for single crochet. But from the top view, there are 5 V shapes. This means we crocheted incorrectly in this case. Just pull up the loop, then remove the crochet hook and pull the working yarn to undo the stitch. Undo until only 3 V shapes and 1 loop remain at the top. Place the crochet hook back into the loop. The yarn here is a bit long. You can pull the end connected to the yarn ball to shorten it. Simply crochet the 4th single crochet again. The 5th single crochet. Five single crochet are completed. From the top, you can see 5 V shapes. The V shape formed by the loop on the crochet hook is not counted as a stitch. The 6th single crochet. Six single crochet are completed. From the top, you can see 6 V shapes. In this video, we will explain the method of making a single crochet. Insert the crochet hook into the next stitch position. Now there are 3 loops on the crochet hook. The hook head of the crochet hook should face us. Place the crochet hook below the working yarn. Move the crochet hook to the back of the working yarn. Press down on the working yarn. Rotate the crochet hook. Pull the crochet hook. The hook head catches the working yarn. Pull the yarn through the first two loops on the crochet hook. Rotate the crochet hook. A new loop is formed on the crochet hook. Push the loops on the crochet hook to the back of the hook. Now place the crochet hook in front of the working yarn. The hook head should face towards us. Wrap the crochet hook around to the back of the working yarn. Press down on the working yarn. Hook the working yarn with the crochet hook. Pull the crochet hook. Bring the yarn through the two loops on the crochet hook. Now a new loop is formed on the crochet hook. Push the loop to the back of the crochet hook. A single crochet is completed. The V shape formed by the loop on the crochet hook is not counted as a stitch. 6 single crochet are completed. Let's count the stitches. Remove the crochet hook. Start counting from where the stitch marker is attached. The first one. The second one. The third one. The fourth one and the fifth one. The sixth one. The stitch count is correct. Now tighten the magic ring. Pinch the last single crochet. Then pull the yarn tail to tighten the magic ring. Make sure there are no gaps in the center. Place the crochet hook back into the loop. Adjust the loop to a size that the crochet hook can move freely. Finally, crochet a slip stitch to join the first and last stitches. Insert the hook below the V-shape where the stitch marker is attached. That is, at the exact position of the stitch marker. You can pinch the stitch marker and pull it to the left. Enlarge this hook insertion point to make crocheting easier. Insert the crochet hook through both strands of the V-shape. Yarn over and pull through. There are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Pull the left loop through the right loop on hook. A slip stitch is completed. In this video, we will explain how to create a slip stitch. With the crochet hook's head facing towards us, insert the crochet hook into the next stitch position. Now there are 3 loops on the crochet hook. Place the crochet hook under the working yarn, with the hook head facing towards us. Wrap the crochet hook around to the back of the working yarn. Press down on the working yarn. Rotate the crochet hook. Hook the working yarn. Pull the crochet hook. Bring the yarn through the first 2 loops. A loop is formed on the crochet hook. Continue to pull the newly formed loop through the original loop on the crochet hook. This forms a slip stitch. A new loop is formed on the crochet hook. A slip stitch is done. Push the loop to the back of the crochet hook. Now the entire round of crocheting is completed. Here you can see a horizontal V shape. Here is a vertical V shape. This horizontal V shape is the slip stitch from the previous round. This vertical V shape is the chain stitch of this round. Next, you need to crochet a slip stitch to connect the beginning and end. This slip stitch is not counted in the stitch count. We can see that this slip stitch looks very tight, not particularly obvious. These 3 slip stitches appear relatively wide and obvious. This is because we did not tighten the slip stitch during the process. Therefore, the slip stitch must be tightened. Insert the crochet hook back into the loop, then tighten the loop. A crochet hook needs to pass through the 2 strands of the V shape where the stitch marker is placed. Now there are 3 strands on the crochet hook. Wrap the crochet hook around the back of the working yarn. Press down on the working yarn. Hook the working yarn. Pull the yarn through the first 2 strands on the crochet hook. Now there are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Then continue to pull the yarn through the existing loop on the crochet hook. Now there is 1 loop left on the crochet hook. This completes the slip stitch. This V shape is formed by the slip stitch. Tighten this V shape. The slip stitch here is not counted in the stitch count. It needs to be tightened. This can prevent it from being mistaken as a stitch. We can use the index finger to press down on the loop on the crochet hook. Then move diagonally upwards. Pull the loop on the crochet hook. Now you will notice that this V shape has become smaller. And there is a noticeable difference from the V shape next to it. Then pull the working yarn to reduce the loop on the crochet hook. This way you can continue crocheting the next round. Make sure to tighten the slip stitch. This can prevent the stitch formed by the slip stitch from being too wide, and to prevent the V shape formed by the slip stitch from being mistaken as a stitch. This can avoid errors in the crocheting process. From the top view, the slip stitch also forms a V shape. It looks very similar to the V shape of the previous single crochet. To avoid mistaking it for a stitch, hold the loop on the hook and gently pull it diagonally upward. You can hide the slip stitch so it is not visible. The slip stitch he acts as a connector and is not counted in the stitch count. The first round is completed. Here is a diagram to explain what you just did and how you can visualize a crochet pattern. Each number in this diagram represents a V-shaped stitch. The blue circle in the middle shows the first round. That is a magic ring. There are 6 single crochet. This is what the first round looks like. The outer yellow circle shows the second round. It is the round we just finished. It has 12 V-shaped stitches. From the diagram, you can see that each round forms a complete circle of stitches. The last stitch ends just behind the first stitch. The stitches don't overlap within a round. Now, let's review what we did in the second round. We started by inserting the crochet hook into the first stitch of the first round. That is the one marked with the yellow stitch marker. We first made a single crochet into that stitch. Fix this stitch. Then I said to turn it into an increase stitch, so we need to crochet one more single crochet into the same stitch. This becomes the second V shape. Crocheting 2 stitches into the same stitch is called an increase stitch. Abbreviated as INC. For the second round, the instruction is to make 6 increase stitches. If you look at this diagram, you'll see that every 2 stitches correspond to 1 stitch of the previous round. That's why if you look around this circle, we actually made 6 increase stitches in total, but there are 12 V-shaped stitches. This is how the fabric changes from this small circle into a slightly bigger one. Here is a new diagram. It can help you visualize what to do in the third round. In this diagram, the yellow inner circle with numbers represents the second round. Remember, at the end of the second round, there are 12 V-shaped stitches. It's this part. Now, we'll make this circle bigger by following the third round's pattern. The third round is shown by the outer pink circle. To start the third round, first crochet a single crochet stitch, abbreviated as SC. This stitch should be worked into the first stitch of the second round. So this is the first single crochet of the third round. You need to crochet into the first stitch of the second round. That is the stitch marked with the yellow stitch marker. Next, we will make an increase stitch in the next stitch. This is the next stitch of the second round. We will make an increase stitch here. Remember, an increase stitch means crocheting 2 single crochet into the same stitch. Now you will have 3 V-shaped stitches. The stitches in the parentheses make up one sequence. This sequence needs to be repeated 6 times. Make a single crochet in the next stitch. Then, make an increase stitch in the next stitch. Repeat the sequence inside the parentheses again. We need to repeat this process fully 6 times. This sequence actually equals 3 V-shaped stitches. In the end, you will have 3 multiplied by 6, which equals 18 V-shaped stitches. This is what the number after the equal sign means. The second round starts with 1 chain stitch and then 6 increases. Finish with a slip stitch. First, make 1 chain stitch. Yarn over the crochet hook once. Pull the yarn through the loop on the crochet hook. 1 chain stitch is completed. From the top view, the chain stitch forms a V shape. Next, insert the crochet hook just below the V shape formed by the first single crochet from the previous round. Although a slip stitch was just made here where the stitch marker is attached, the slip stitch is not counted in the stitch count. So the hook insertion point for the first stitch is still where the stitch marker is attached. Let's take a look at the hook insertion points. Here is the first one. . Insert the crochet hook through both strands of this V shape at the same time. Here is the second insertion point. Here is the third insertion point. Here is the fourth insertion point. Here is the fifth insertion point. Here is the sixth insertion point. Place the yarn tail of this magic ring on the back of the fabric. Continue crocheting. Insert the crochet hook into the loop. Use the tension of your index finger to adjust the loop to just the right size for the crochet hook to move freely. Next, make 6 increases. An increase means crocheting to single crochet into the same stitch. First, crochet a single crochet stitch. Insert the hook here where the stitch marker is attached. Yarn over and pull through. There are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Yarn over and pull through both loops on the hook. The first stitch of the second round is now completed. Remove the stitch marker and attach it to the stitch you just crocheted. We can see the V shapes here. The small V shape is from the chain stitch you just crocheted. Attach the stitch marker to the second V shape. Using the same method to crochet another single crochet stitch at the same insertion point. If you can't clearly see where to insert the hook, we can pinch the single crochet to widen the insertion point. Then crochet another single crochet in the same stitch. Crocheting to single crochet in the same stitch creates an increase stitch. From the top view, an increased stitch shows to V shapes. Use the same method to complete the remaining 5 increased stitches. For the second increased stitch, insert the hook into the next V shape and crochet a single crochet first. Then, crochet another single crochet in the same insertion point. Two increased stitches are done. The increased stitch looks wider from the front. It can easily cover the next insertion point. You can pinch the increased stitch and pull it slightly to the right. Fully expose the next insertion point. For the third increased stitch, first crochet a single crochet in the next stitch. Then crochet another single crochet in the same insertion point. For the fourth increased stitch, first crochet a single crochet in the next stitch. Then crochet another single crochet in the same insertion point here. For the fifth increased stitch, first crochet a single crochet in the next stitch. Then crochet another single crochet in the same insertion point. For the sixth increased stitch, first crochet a single crochet in the next stitch. Then crochet another single crochet in the same insertion point. Six increased stitches are done. This round forms 12 V shapes. Now let's learn the methods of increasing stitches using single crochet. To increase using single crochet, you need to make a single crochet in the same stitch. Insert the crochet hook into the next stitch. Now there are 3 loops on the crochet hook. The hook head of the crochet hook should face towards us. Wrap the crochet hook around to the back of the working yarn. Press the working yarn down with the crochet hook. Rotate the crochet hook. Hook the working yarn with the hook head. Pull the yarn through the first 2 loops on the crochet hook. Rotate the crochet hook. The hook head of the crochet hook should face towards us. A new loop is formed on the crochet hook. There are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Push the loops to the back of the crochet hook. Place the crochet hook in front of the working yarn, with the hook head facing towards yourself. Wrap the hook around to the back of the working yarn. Press the hook down. Wrap the yarn around the hook once. Pull the hook to catch the working yarn. Pull the yarn through 2 loops on the hook. A new loop is formed on the crochet hook. 1 single crochet is completed. Make a second single crochet in the same stitch. Insert the crochet hook through the same stitch. There are 3 loops on the crochet hook. The hook head is facing towards yourself. Wrap the hook around to the back of the working yarn. Press down on the working yarn. Catch the working yarn with the hook. Pull the hook. Pull the yarn through the first 2 loops on the hook. A new loop is formed on the crochet hook. Now there are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Place the crochet hook in front of the working yarn. Wrap the crochet hook around to the back of the working yarn. Press down on the working yarn. Pull the yarn through the 2 loops on the crochet hook. A new loop is formed on the crochet hook. Push the loop to the back of the crochet hook. This way, 2 single crochet are made in the same stitch. An increased stitch is completed. Let's count the stitches. Remove the crochet hook. Start counting from the stitch marker. This is the first one. The second one. The third one. The fourth one. The fifth one. The sixth one. The 7th one. The 8th and 9th ones. The 10th one. The 11th and 12th ones. After confirming the stitch count is correct, put the crochet hook back into the loop. Tighten the loop and then crochet a slip stitch to join the first and last stitches. Pinch the stitch marker and pull it to the left to enlarge the insertion point. Insert the crochet hook through the 2 strands of the V shape where the stitch marker is attached. Yarn over and pull through. There are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Pull the left loop through the right loop on hook. 1 slip stitch is completed. From the top view, the slip stitch also forms a V shape. To prevent mistaking it for a single crochet, hold the loop and pull it tight. A slip stitch is finished. This slip stitch is used for joining and is not counted in the stitch count. The second round is completed.